Welcome back to class. In the previous section, we looked at how to journalize transactions, which is very, very important because a single transaction line may not be necessary, or QuickBooks does not give. There are some transactions that QuickBooks does not give us a single line of transactions, so we have to utilize our skills in journal. So journalizing is actually very, very important if you understand what you're doing. And that is why not everybody can set up your accounting system, especially when it comes to using QuickBooks. So you have to look for an experienced person, and that's the essence of this training, so that you will have a hands-on experience on how to do this. And like I said from the beginning of this class, this training is it has both the soft and technical skills required for you to effectively implement any accounting system you want. Now here we have the customer database, or the customers list. So that is what we are going to be entering now. Remember that I always say emphasis here is we are going to be emphasizing also on QuickBooks Online, and we're also going to be basing our emphasis more on QuickBooks Desktop. Why? Because that is what we are using currently. Even though at the end of this class I will show you and review some of the QuickBooks Online features you may see. So I will review some of the QuickBooks Online so that you see it with a real company. But the company, I'm going to hide the information from documents because I don't want you to. Every company information is confidential, so I wouldn't like to expose the company I'm working with, their data online, or because of my class. But I'll just show you the interface of QuickBooks Online and how it works. Now let's see. It's the list of customers, so we're going to be adding them. If you're using QuickBooks Desktop, you're going to go to your customers. You enter from customer center. You enter. But you're using QuickBooks Online. All customers you're going to enter all customers in the sales area, all vendors in the vendors and in the expense area. That's a choice. That's it. But here we are going to be strictly doing it according to the way it is programmed here. So let's go ahead and see. Don't skip any process. I keep emphasizing, do not skip any process of this training. Follow through. I will make mistake at some point, and I'll also correct myself. Why am I correcting myself immediately? Because I have seen that I have made mistake. Maybe in the process of doing that, I have realized that I made this mistake. I need to correct it immediately. So you see how I handle those mistakes. So don't skip. Watch through. Just follow me through and see how we're going to be doing this and implement this system successfully. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the customer list. If you open the customer list, the first person you see here is Jackson. So we have a feature in QuickBooks where you can add multiple customers at the same time, and you can also import, especially in QuickBooks Online. It is more pronounced in QuickBooks Online, where you have your data, where you have the company information already. You just import it. Okay, you just import it from Excel. The way it is, it will do automatic to be set up automatically. So far you have the mapping correctly in the QuickBooks. As you go through QuickBooks Online, as we review QuickBooks Online, we're going to see how to do those as well. So let's go ahead. Okay, the first name we have here, this was what the name we added earlier on when we started, when I was given a reference to the explainer video or the explainer class I did. So this was the name we added. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this name and change it to, I'll change it to this, also company name to this. So once I do that, I'll just put all this information. So the tail number, then this is it. So we have the email address. We have the email address to be this. Please, this email address are not real. These are just made up email addresses. Okay, so don't go ahead and start sending email to this. Let me just use this email as the billing address as well. So once you do that, you click OK. So we have changed that name. So I don't want to be opening and closing all this all the time. So what I will do is I'll come to this place where I'm seeing new customer and job and click add multiple customers. So I'll do that so that we add them at once. So add multiple customers. When you do that, the next customer is this person. Just click OK. The next customer is this. So add the phone number. Yes, when you are starting, it's going to take this time. Okay, if you are starting, it's going to take this time to set up. So you have to be patient. This is a must do. It's a must do. So when you're starting, it's going to take that time. So we have this as the address. Even though this address may look familiar to you, you are advised not to go there or to say you're going to go and look for such company. The company may not be real. Remember that these are just for training purposes. Every data provided in this class is for training purposes. It's not for you to go and start applying. Every data here provided here is for training purposes. Okay, so let's go ahead. So if you ask me, I don't even know them. I don't even know these people. I've never seen them. I just got the data and I decided to use it for my training. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this too. Yeah, we are moving forward. Do not skip. This is a test of your patience. It will show how good you will be when you start implementing this system on your own. So do not skip. If you start skipping now, you skip a lot of information when you're implementing for a company. Do not skip. So I'm going to use this as email address too. Do not skip. So let's go ahead. The last but not the least, you have this. Do not skip. So we also have last but not the least. Now, in our class, I explained something. I say, when you have a customer that is not a recurring customer, just came in, like if you're operating a supermarket, but a customer that is not a recurring customer, you don't have his database, so the person just come up. So which which name do you use in capturing those that kind of customer? So that is where this name comes in. That is what this name is serving as. So those customers, some people call it sundry sales, some call it sundry sales, some say general sales, some say whatever name. So in our case here, we're using customer. All right, we're using customer, or let me say we are also going to add sundry sales. Also going to add this is sundry sales, right? We're going to add sundry sales to it. Sundry sales. So any name you give it is okay. Some people say general sales, some people say sundry sales. So any name at all is okay. So once we are done with that, we just say okay or save changes. Yeah, 5 contact records have been saved. Customer record has been saved. So once you do that, you just close. You can see in our customer list there we have the 5 customers. So let's see again. What do we have? The next thing we have, okay, this is what they say. Cassie uses a customer's account to record sales to non-recurring customers and daily sales receipts. So that is just it. That's just the explanation. So let's go ahead and see. Now we're adding vendors. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add our vendor. So this is the first vendor we're going to be adding. So let's go ahead and add our vendor. You come to your vendors tab, vendor center, So I'll first of all change this vendor to this name. When I do that, yes, do not skip any part. Do not skip. I said do not skip. I repeat, do not skip. Follow through. Be patient. Do it. It's your job. Do it. Okay? So let's go ahead. Address. So once you do that, so let's go and do the same thing we did on customer. Add multiple vendors. So this is Red Hawk. This yes. The next vendor. Address. You can see I made a mistake here, so I'm just trying to correct that. So we are moving. The next vendor here. The next vendor. So I think that is the last vendor on our vendor list. Okay, we still have vendors, consignment vendors. We have Abazara original artwork. So Abazara original artworks. Let's just add them at once. Abazara original artworks. Abazara original artworks. We have Evander brand. Do we have the phone numbers? We have the email address. we have the address. So I think that is all that we have on vendors. So when we come back, we'll now see how to enter transactions. That's using our invoices for customers and bills, entering bills for vendors. So once you're done with this, you just enter, click save, click OK, and click close. So that is it on how to add vendor in QuickBooks on hand. So we are done with that. If you need more information, or if you are confused on what we did, you can still review this class, review it as many times as you want to grab what you want, or you can reach out to us or to me personally from our community group where we are, and we will respond to you and attend to you as soon as possible.